Yo, this is Drum86 bringing you another video. Today we are taking a look at I believe this is series 25, Bret the Hitman Hart figure. This series has what is it? They have one of Bradshaw's gimmicks is in it. I've already thrown away the box. This is why I'm blanking. But WCW Rick Rude and Psycho Sid is in this wave. Like I said, I believe this is series 25. Picked this up today. It was kind of funny because I was messaging my boy Zorpox and he we were talking about how they never get Bret Hart's face right. Because he sent the link and it showed the picture of Bret Hart, and they never get Bret Hart's face quite right, man. Like certain angles, it'll look good, and then other angles, like especially like straight on, it just never seems to be quite right. They do have a couple decent head sculpts of Bret Hart. There are a couple ones that it does look like the Hitman, but I don't know what it is about Mattel and Bret Hart figures. They make a ton of them. There's a lot of Bret Hart figures, but man, oh man, do they like barely get this dude's face right, and it is just kind of crazy. But this is a Bret Hart figure that I've been wanting them to make for a long time. Now, I've talked about this before. My favorite Bret Hart ring attires are the ones where he wears all pink. And that includes the ring attire when he wrestled Piper. Was that WrestleMania 8 for the Intercontinental Championship? That was on the line. And yeah, this one. I mean, he's worn all pink other times too. But this one specifically, I really dig. I love the white hearts on the pants. I love the pink and white more than I like the pink with the black trim. The pink on and the white is just like a perfect combination, man. It just looks good. As a matter of fact, I'm going to get the other Bret Hart figures that he's wearing the pink. I'm not gonna put them up on screen yet. You can probably already see them as I'm grabbing them. So there's that. But yeah, man, this Bret Hart figure is dope. Weird face and all. We'll get to the face. He does come with the WWF Championship because he was the champion at WrestleMania 9 against Yokozuna until he lost. He got salt thrown in his eye by Mr. Fuji when he had the sharpshooter on Yokozuna, and then we all know what happened after that. Mr. Hogan. Well, first Bret Hart loses, and then Hogan comes down and wins the belt. That was a weird finish, but it is what it is, right? Bret Hart does come with 2 fist hands, which I already put on the figure. I gotta have my wrestlers have the fist hands, man. I really don't like the open hands. Now these open hands right here are meant for Bret Hart's signature like taunt when he gets into the ring. And then he has the typical, I hit the camera, sorry. And then he has the typical kind of gripping hands, which again, I don't like these. They're good for if you want to have your wrestler grabbing like one of the ropes. You're taking pictures, like you're doing some action figure photography and whatnot. But let us take a good close look at Bret Hart. Now, when he has the glasses on, it looks a little bit better when he has the glasses on. I do like the sculpt. They've used this body for Bret Hart before. Again, I do appreciate the proportions. There are some Bret Hart figures where he's got that small, thin back, just like the Kane figure that when I talked about in my last video. But yeah, this Bret Hart is off the chain. Focus. Let's focus up. But yeah, this is dope. Like I said, this is one of my favorite ring attires that he's worn. Bret Hart without the championship belt. And let's take these glasses off. And so from the side, it kind of looks like him. It kind of looks like him at like certain angles. Maybe he almost kind of looks like a weird. I don't know. I don't know. It's just not as good as a lot of their other uh face sculpts that they've done for other wrestlers, man. The Bret Hart one is always just like, you know who he looks like? I think his name was Jean Paul. And listen, I don't know how many of you watch this show, but I used to. He looks like the actor that was on Step by Step in the later seasons that talked with that. He was like the French guy that was like, close with the family or whatever. I think his name was like Jean Paul. Tell me he doesn't look like that. For anybody who watched Step by Step, tell me I'm wrong, man. Tell me I am wrong. Like that looks just like that dude. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. No, but this figure is dope, man. I mean, they always mess up on Bret Hart faces, man. It's just something that they do. I'm starting to think it's like a running joke now. I really like they got to go back to the drawing board at some point on this, man. Like he's had so many ultimates that have come out that they could have redone, and they will not redo them. They've redone Shawn Michaels head sculpts, and for the most part, Shawn Michaels has had a pretty good head sculpt for a lot of the Shawn Michaels figures that have come out. So, for the sake of this video, and this ring attire, gotta have Yokozuna because this was the match. I gotta say, WrestleMania 9 is one of my favorites. I think a lot of it has to do with the venue they were at. It was outdoors. It was dope. And it just looked good. I don't know. I like the venue a lot. So yeah, you had Bret Hart sadly lose because I definitely didn't want Yokozuna winning that match. Tell you that much. I will tell you that much. I appreciate Yokozuna. I do. But I was not a fan of Yokozuna. You know what I mean? And just in terms of like just in terms of like, character and everything, he just wasn't my, he was a heel. So I was like, nah, no. Me no likey Yokozuna. And then, so hold on. So Bret Hart loses. Bam, Bret Hart lost. Yokozuna is champ for like 30 seconds. And then Hogan comes. And now I don't have the Hogan that's in the ring attire that he was in. Because he had like the red pants and like the red top, like the red tank top. And I think he had the weightlifting belt on. Like he didn't even like he was ready to wrestle, man. That was like Hogan's like promo attire when when he's not like gonna wrestle that night. That's what Hogan was wearing. And then Hogan wins the championship. Again, it was a weird finish. Even as a kid, I thought like, why is this happening? This is interesting. But nonetheless, I know Bret Hart did tell a story about I don't know if it was that Bret Hart was on stage and he was telling a story about Hogan and just some things that he didn't like about him. Hogan's got some issues, man. Like I've always been a Hogan dude like since I was a kid, but man, Hogan's got some character flaws, boy. Like I just saw a interview with Undertaker talking about when he first wrestled Hogan and put the tombstone on him and protected him, made sure Hogan's head or neck didn't hit the mat. They even showed replay while Undertaker was talking about it. And then and then Hogan acts like, he got hurt in the match when he did the tombstone because he went to him and he was nervous about taking the tombstone. And Undertaker was like, I got you, bro. Like I can protect you, man. He's like, I'm not about to mess you up. And then Hogan acted like he was messed up. That was pretty messed up, Hogan. I'm just saying that was pretty messed up. But so yeah, let's get these two out of the ring. Just wanted to showcase that because of how WrestleMania 9 took place. Again, weird finish. I mean, an interesting finish nonetheless. It was something. It was something shocking, I'll tell you that much. But yeah, it was pretty. It was still I still dug it. I still dug at least the match overall. The match was dope. Bret Hart could wrestle against air and make that he can make that look dope, just wrestling against air. So here's the Target exclusive Ultimate Bret Hart, which is also in his all pink. And then we have the Defining Moments Bret Hart. And I believe this is the one that he wore when he fought Piper. I could be wrong, but I know it was all pink when he fought Piper. But these are the all pink Bret Hart figures. Now I do have, as you guys, you guys have seen the video. I have two different Hart Foundation Bret Harts from the 80s, and I have let's see, I got another Bret Hart that I use for my Attitude Era display because it's what he kind of looks like when he fought Shawn Michaels at Survivor Series. Kind of has that look, so I just put it with that. But yeah, I dig this Bret Hart figure. Now let me look at the other face sculpts real quick. Let's take the glasses off this Bret Hart. Now this is the Ultimate Bret Hart. Let's focus up. Okay, this one does look a little bit better. It still kind of looks the same. It looks slightly better, but it's about the same. Nah, that's the same face scan, man. I think the paint might be a little bit different, but that's pretty much the same. That's the same. I'm tripping. I'm tripping. It still it still doesn't look like Bret Hart, man. It still doesn't. Oh gosh. Oh man. But I mean, at least the figures themselves are good regardless of how yeah, it's pretty much always the same. It's always the same head scan, man. Oh, I don't get it, Mattel. I don't get it. But I'm gonna tell you what else though. Mattel really can't get Roman Reigns right either. Out of all the Roman Reigns figures I've seen, like whether I'm at the store and seeing them in person, they really can't get Roman Reigns right. They really can't. But a lot of other ones they really do get right. Like for example, like let me show just how ridiculous it is that they never get Bret Hart right. So I'm about to pull down Billy Gunn. This Billy Gunn is perfect. This Billy Gunn is perfect. Like, and this is a new head because this original Billy Gunn figure, though it looks like Billy Gunn, it doesn't look this good. This is from the Vault series when they re-release figures that have been out before. If you like miss them, you get a chance to get them again. And Bret Hart, that Billy Gunn, that's a new head. And they killed it with that. That new head sculpt is fire. However, when it comes to Mr. Hitman, the excellence of execution himself, they just cannot seem to get the face right. It just looks weird. It just looks weird. Now it's not the worst because it's like you can tell who it is, but then again, can you only tell who it is because of the ring attire? That's what you have to ask yourself. That is what you have to ask yourself. Because I mean, look, now granted they're not gonna mess his face up because I mean he's like the legend of all legends, regardless of what anybody feels about him. He's the legend of all legends. They don't mess his face up ever. They don't mess his face up ever. They have a head sculpt for older Hogan, which this is. This is Hogan on his last years, of the WWE. And they have young Hogan face, and the young Hogan face looks good. So it's just certain wrestlers they get right, certain ones they get wrong. The Rock figures typically look really good. The new Farouk looked like crazy good. That new Farouk was insane. Gosh, I'm hitting you guys with a lot of videos recently too. And it's not even so much of like Oh, you must have a lot of time on your hand lately. Nah, it's just this has been fun. I've abandoned this part of this channel for way too long, and I definitely do not want to get pigeonholed into playing 2K because I got to tell you, I'm kind of bored of 2K, man. Um, but yeah, even though I've been playing 2K again, I've been playing it more so for fun and for myself, not for let me record this and then edit it. I've just been playing for myself, but I'm still kind of like I want something like new, not necessarily 2K new wrestling game new is what I would love, but you know, we gotta wait. We gotta wait. We gotta wait. Um, but yeah, man, I'm not gonna hold you guys any longer. I've talked long enough. This Bret Hart figure is dope, man. If you're looking for one to get, I would say like, look, this should be hitting your targets soon, if not now. I was actually able to pick this up. Um, I was able to pick this up today. I actually did the pickup for it. After after my homie sent me this picture, I clicked the link and the link, you know, sent me to Target's website, and I was like, ooh. And I just clicked for the pickup at the one I ordered. I ordered this today at work on my break, and yeah, I did the pick. It was ready within like 2 hours of me picking it up. And then I checked before I went to go pick it up. I checked the shelves, and they don't have this series up yet. So you're actually able to order these ahead of time. Now I don't know if they do this all the time, but apparently they must do it. So I'm definitely going to do that now. So every time there's a series that comes out, I'm going to go to Target's website and like if it's within the I guess it's like if it's the week that it's going to come out, you can pick it up before they actually put these on the shelves, cuz right now these are not on the shelf. Like at my Target, they still had like a couple Farouks left from the last wave, the last Legends wave, and then they had like a bunch of Roman Reigns figures and Seth Rollins and all of that. But I was able to pick this up. Now, I don't know if I'm going to get the new Psycho Sid because I already have Psycho Sid. I don't know if I need to get a new one because he's like literally the same one that I have. He's going to be retooled with like the pinless elbow joints and whatnot. But I don't think that that's enough to warrant getting another Psycho Sid. I just don't think it's enough. I actually might upload this video today just because I did upload the Kane review earlier today, and by earlier today this is Monday, so I don't know if you'll see this Tuesday or Monday. So yeah, man, this is dope though. This is really dope. Again, they could always do a better job with Bret Hart's face. I would appreciate if they did that. They really got to start working on that, man. He is the excellence of execution, man. This is the dude right here. This is the dude. But sadly, as much as I like Bret Hart, almost every feud, well, not every feud. Let me chill out. But like the feud with Stone Cold, like I was rooting for Stone Cold, and the feud with Shawn Michaels, you already know, like Shawn Michaels is the GOAT. Shawn Michaels is the GOAT, man. That's the Jordan of wrestling. That is the Michael Jordan of wrestling right there, Shawn Michaels. So of course, I was rooting for Shawn Michaels every time. But when Bret Hart was going against anybody else, anybody else, I was rooting for Bret Hart, man. But yeah, man. Anyways, I like I said, I said it like a couple minutes ago. I'm not gonna hold you guys any longer, man. I hope you enjoyed this video. There's gonna be more action figure stuff to come. I got more stuff coming, like pre-orders and whatnot. So this is not ending anytime soon, man. And I still got my typical content coming. I reviewed Fully Loaded in 1998. So yeah, be on the lookout for that. Anyways, it's your boy Soul Drum 86, and I'm out. Peace.